Right, thanks for coming back and checking out my channel. The last video I uploaded was a product review for two minimalist and barefoot trainers, and I got a whole horde of questions, people asking me about different kinds of brands, different shoes. What do you think of this shoe? What do you think of that shoe? I've got this problem, what do you think? And I thought instead of answering the question individually, I'll try and do another kind of video summary to help you form your own opinion on barefoot training. I also have a barefoot report that I sent out to the majority of you. If you'd like a copy of it, I'd be more than happy to send it on. Just drop me a message, leave me an email, and I'll forward you that as well. It's a really short report, kind of detailing everything, or a few things that I'm going to speak about here. So I'm also not a medical professional. I've got no medical qualifications, thus I cannot advise you on your particular biomechanical deficiencies. If you want more advice on that, go and see if you want to go see a doctor. Nice one, on you go. It's just my opinion. That's it. So when you go and you buy a new pair of modern running shoes, you're going to go to a running shop and you're going to be presented with this fantastic scam that they've been running for the past few years. And I call it a scam because it is a scam. It's got no, in my opinion, no benefit whatsoever. Gait analysis, useless. What they'll do is they'll get you to go on a treadmill, run for a few seconds, video you from the back, or have not, just a video, just look at the back, like, and they'll be like, whoa, pronation, stop right there, whoa, it's like medical emergency, you pronate, my god, what you need is our top of the range Space Gel Nimbus 3000 Ultra Hydro Rocket Booster Pack running shoe, look at that, square you right away, mega. So this is where they go wrong. And the actual problem is not the running shoe or the run. This is Asics. I'm not having a go at Asics, by the way. I don't have a go at any corporation. I don't care that much. But I am having a go at the problem there that they are not helping. And the actual problem with running these days is that people do not run correctly because of the kind of invention of jogging and plodding, lazy running, it's called. People have started landing on their heels. Now if you go for a run, say if you go flat out and you want to stop suddenly, poof, the heel hits, right? Your brake is your heel. So why then would you, when you go for a run, why would your heel strike the ground first? Why would you start to create this kind of, this heel kind of rolling action? Why every time you hit the ground would you want to start your strike with a braking kind of movement? That's what we do. Even people that I work with now, most of them, if not all of them, hit the heel off the ground. This is faulty running mechanics, right? And it's not necessarily the shoe's fault. However, the problem with these shoes is because the clever guys at running companies, whatever, who make running shoes have identified this problem. They have then thought, let's mask this problem by producing another shoe, because we haven't got enough already. Let's produce another shoe that supports the heel. Support's the wrong word, right? Support's quite a positive term. I'm not trying to use it as a positive term. It's making the problem worse. So they've padded this heel and they've put a good few inches of padding in there, so it doesn't hurt as much. It makes you think it's okay to land heel first. Ridiculous. If you don't believe me, go and jump off a raised surface. A couch will do, a step, whatever, onto hard ground, and I can guarantee that you did not land on your heel, right? Because it's completely unnatural. Take your shoes off. Obviously try and do it barefoot. If you do land your heel, unlucky, you'll be in some kind of pain now. But naturally you would not land on your heel because your heel is not a shock absorber. Your foot is a shock absorber, and it's a natural shock absorber, so it doesn't need, you don't need to buy shoes that have got springs put in. What's all that about? I've seen ones with like 1,000 springs in. What's that? They do bounce through the air? Ridiculous. So the problem that they've created is being made worse by even more technology being added to a natural fault. It seems with running and running shoes and running shoe production, the more technologically advanced we get, the worse the problems get. More people take a run every week, especially in a way like this. Running becomes the done thing. They run, they don't run, they jog. It gets worse. The knees go, the Achilles hurt, the calves start hurting, the back starts going, the hip hurts. They then say, oh, I've picked up an injury. Why? I don't like getting injured, but if I do get an injury, I'd like to know that, oh, I did that wrong. If I was doing an overhead press and on my 4th rep it hurt, I'd think, oh, I've done something wrong there. I've not had good form during that repetition. But during running, we don't think that. Now, if you're doing weight training exercise, you might only do a couple of sets, reps, whatever. You might not total more than 30 reps per exercise. However, when we run, we take hundreds of steps every time we go off a run. So I don't know how many steps are in a mile, whatever. Say you do 200 steps per mile. Every time your foot hits the ground, you are putting 2 to 3 times your body weight through that foot and through that heel. So you've just carried out 200 poorly performed repetitions. However many runs you do a week, so you do 3 runs a week, how many bad reps are you going to take, and how many times you're going to have to injure yourself to think something's not quite right here. Okay? So that is the problem I have got with modern running shoes. I'm not saying go out and buy a minimalist shoe or just start running on the road in bare feet, because that is not going to make your problem any better. But I would say take some time to reevaluate your own running technique. Okay, if you want any help, I'm going to be putting some videos on to hopefully help you on transitioning from space boot, not quite minimalist, but it should help you with the kind of transition and give you a few tips on more efficient running biomechanics. Okay, I hope that's answered a few questions. Any dramas or any more questions, whack them down below, send me an email, and thanks for watching. Cheers. P.S. I've just watched that video back and I can already hear the first question come through my inbox, and it's going to be, you said that modern shoes don't help this problem. Why is that? Because of the weight distribution in the shoe. Here it is again. When, like I said, this tricks your brain into thinking that heel striking is okay. The weight of this shoe, feeling it now, the weight of this shoe is on the heel. Alright? It wants to land on its heel. That's why in my review I did of the New Balance, the majority of the weight, or all the weight for this, is in the toe. So it's encouraging a more like forefoot and midfoot strike. Brilliant. Since the weight is in the heel and it encourages this, it confuses your brain and confuses your proprioception to think that it's okay to strike heel first. It's not. Question answered.